morning, Mr. Angstrum.
Oh, good morning, Shelley.
You will be careful now, won't you?
Careful?
When you walk, they aren't glued down. If you don't exercise caution, the possibility of displacing them might exist.
I'm sure it does.
Well, I brought in a bottle of crazy glue. However, Hank warned defacement might result when releasing them from their temporary positions.
Hank?
43.5 centimeters.
Looks more like 44 to me.
Careful.
I presume all this means something.
Everything has to be timed to the split second.
We have to know exactly how long it's going to take her to walk from the elevator to your door.
Her?
Don't play dumb, sir. Can't you see it? Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, accompanied by the handsome Prince Philip, gets off our elevator where you, Mr. Deputy Minister, will greet her. Together, you walk down the corridor.
At her pace, which is 43.5 centimeters per stride.
Rules, regulations, and suggestions for royal visits to Canada. Top secret. And this is what you're doing instead of work today?
Well, these are essential preparations.
Aren't we jumping the gun just a little? In order for her to walk down this corridor, Drit has to win the Benny Award.
Don't worry, we'll win.
Oh, I'd put my money on external affairs or finance.
Need to see you, Angstrom, Sergeant.
All right.
Oh, respect for the monarchy.
Visit of the Queen to this office. Very important.
Sure it would be if it ever happened.
National Rumors Index, very, very favorable. It's gonna happen.
What? Rumors in Ottawa?
Floor plan of office. Minister will stand here to receive award from Queen. Would you be monarch for a minute? Thank you. After he receives award, Minister will make a brief acceptance speech, 27 minutes, 13 seconds, nationally televised, of course, during which he will tell the Canadian electorate how proud he is to win coveted Jenny Award.
It's not the coveted Jenny Award, Mr. Wiley. It's the coveted Benny Award, the R.B. Bennett Award for Administrative Excellence. The Benny.
Oscar of the Civil Service?
Exactly. And I strongly doubt that we're going to win it.
Minister insists he will win it.
And it's an award for administrative excellence, Mr. Wiley, not for political activity. Thus, it's always presented to the deputy minister, not the minister. In other words, the Queen would present it to me as representative for all those hardworking people out there.
After departure of Queen, Minister will stand here for a secondary photo op, during which he will hold the beautiful gold statuette of the illustrious R.P. Bennett.
The illustrious R.B. Bennett.
Exactly. R.B. Bennett, father of Confederation.
A lot of guys have been scrambling to get on the royal bandwagon, but it had always been that way in this burg. Yeah, ever since Charlottetown.
14 1/3 seconds.
Your Majesties. X marks the spot, huh?
We thought Her Majesty could make the presentation here in the reception room.
Good. I like it.
Oh, just what is this Benny Award all about? I mean, do members of the Academy vote, then they open the envelope?
Yeah, it's all done by computer over at Treasury Board.
But what's it based on?
The computer's programmed to judge memos.
A machine can do that?
Well, it's this new generation of Japanese computers, what they call artificial intelligence.
So the computer actually reads the memos?
That's right.
Takes the computer only 3 seconds to study it, evaluate it, and choose the best.
That's terrific.
And that's after translating them into Japanese.
Really?
Well?
Did we win?
I've just been up at Treasury Board. It'll be announced at 2 o'clock at a press conference.
Too bad. I guess our intelligence wasn't artificial enough.
At that time, they will announce that the Department of Regional Incentive Targets has just won the R.B. Bennett Award for Governmental Department Administrative Excellence.
Come on, you're pulling my leg.
I wouldn't do that.
The Benny Award is
Okay. Congratulations to us all.
To Drit! To Drit!
To Drit and to the Queen.
To the Queen!
Of course, so much can go wrong on a royal visit.
Come on, Hank, loosen up.
Not to worry about a thing. From the minute Her Majesty steps off that elevator, everything is going to go like clockwork. To the Queen!
To the Queen! Gerald, congratulations.
Thanks, Henri.
The coveted Benny, eh? That's quite an honor.
I know, but we worked very hard for it.
No, most of the time they give that to departments that haven't, the departments that...
That haven't had their name changed that often?
That's it. I'll bet they're not happy in finance, huh?
Probably not, but they get to do the budget every year. We've got to have some fun.
For sure. Me, well, I'll probably have to move the wagon when Her Majesty comes.
Oh, you think so? Where?
Well, that all depends on who's making the rules.
Oh, on royal visits, everybody makes the rules.
I know. When she was here for the Constitution, the 5 government departments and 3 police forces were telling me what to do.
Yeah, I got to go over and see one of those government departments right now.
Put in a good word for me, will you? I mean, everybody gets hungry, you know.
Well, I'll do my best. Would you consider having your wagon painted purple?
Well,
think about it.
I thought this was the one royal tour where everything was going to go without a hitch. I've straightened out New Brunswick, Manitoba's shaping up, Ontario's coming on stream beautifully, and now this. The Department of Regional Incentive Targets?
A department 9 out of 10 Canadians have never even heard of.
Canadians, 9 out of 10 cabinet ministers have never heard of it.
I thought we were going to win the Benny. We're organizing the tour. We deserve it.
Well, I suppose someone over at Drit knows more about Japanese computers than we do.
Mr. Angstrum is here, sir.
Send him in, will you, Marie Ellen, please? Howard, there's no need for both of us to endure this. Will you excuse us, please? Gerald, congratulations on your stunning victory. And I do mean stunning.
Thanks, Steve.
Sorry, Marie Ellen, no calls, please.
It's Winnipeg. Urgent.
All right. Secretary of State's Department, Alsop. No. No more strawberries, and that's final. Winnipeg wants to serve the Queen's strawberry shortcake for dessert. But Regina's already giving her strawberry trifle, and Calgary's giving her strawberries Romanoff.
A few blueberry muffins, maybe?
Have a look at this. The blue pins are communities that want to serve Her Majesty the best roast beef in the world. The red pins are strawberries, and the green pins are jellied consommé. It's a gastronomic nightmare.
Well, Stephen, my department's not going to give you any heartburn, I assure you.
For your sake, I hope not. Nonetheless, Lord Wyatt and Mrs. Cambridge want a complete run-through. We've got to know exactly what you're planning.
Lord Wyatt and Mrs. Cambridge.
Buckingham Palace. Protocol.
We've got a run-through tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Now, what can Drit give our sovereign to remember us by?
What about a genuine Indian headdress with beautiful feathers?
Great idea. And Canadian, too.
No. It says here, Indian regalia should be discouraged. Buckingham Palace already has 231 full sets in the basement.
Dogs. The Queen loves dogs, doesn't she? A cuddly canine quadruped would certainly maximize the potential for positive response factors.
Perhaps. Anyone else?
How about a canoe?
Interesting idea.
Royal gift problem solved. Minister represents large multi-ethnic riding in Toronto, right?
Right.
Gift symbolizes Canadian mosaic. When Queen opens on national television, public gets lump in throat. Italian salami, Polish salami, German salami, Hungarian salami, Greek salami, and salami Portuguese.
What, no Lithuanian?
Don't need one. Very few Lithuanian voters in minister's riding.
Well, we're going to have to chew this one over a bit, Mr. Wilder.
Listen, does anybody know the French word for salami?
Robert. Could I see you outside for a minute?
Sure.
Good. Be right back.
How can they symbolize the Canadian mosaic when they all look the same?
Oh, no, don't be such a nice.
Robert, I really don't like to do this, but I'm going to ask you to avoid French tomorrow.
But what about the spirit of bilingualism in the nation's capital? The two languages, the two cultures?
I admire your patriotism. I really do, Robert. But let's just give it a holiday for one day.
All right. If you say so.
I do hope this doesn't take long.
Relax, Jeremy. Enjoy yourself. It isn't often you get to play a member of the royal family.
This shouldn't take long. Drit is one of our smaller departments.
What exactly does this Drit do?
Well, a little bit of this, a bit of that. We're here.
Oh.
Mrs. Cambridge, Lord Wyatt, Gerald Angstrum, Deputy Minister.
Welcome to the Department of Regional Incentive Targets.
My pleasure.
Nice touch, the bagpipes.
Well, shall we proceed? Actually, it's been called the Department of Regional Incentive Targets for only a very short time.
How interesting.
Until recently, it was known as... this is Mr. Watt.
How nice to see you.
Welcome, Your Majesties. You are now officially in.
And this is Mr. Casey. And Monsieur Tremblay.
How nice.
Your Majesty, we would be most honored if you would be so kind as to sign our guest book. Je suppose qu'on peut s'adresser à Sa Majesté dans l'autre langue officielle?
Oui, sûrement. La reine parle un excellent français.
C'est merveilleux. Tu entends ça, Robert? Tu vas pouvoir parler en français à Sa Majesté.
Oh, please, feel free, young man. Speak your native tongue. Don't be shy.
He's so funny that way.
Je comprends. Your reticence is very charming.
Merci. La sensualité de vos doigts éveille en moi une passion féroce.
We're getting him another teacher.
Oh, basically, it's a vocabulary problem.
Perhaps we can see some of your other people?
Yes, I'd like you to meet...
Make way, please, make way for Her Majesty. Thank you.
What the hell is that?
Mr. Wiley, what's the idea?
Good, isn't it?
What's it for?
The minister's on his way up to rehearse photo opportunity.
Watch the birdie.
Apparently, he's the last available piper in Ottawa. When there's a royal visit, there's a real run on these guys.
The drummer is also part of the package. He won't work without her then love.
I think we've seen enough.
Well, don't worry about it. I mean, with a little practice, I'm sure we can get this thing right.
Now what?
Dog eat the salami.
Dog hates
The salami?
minister's gift to Queen.
Which, the salami or the dog?
Shall I bring him in?
Why not? Unless he wants to follow the acrobats.
I'm sorry, Gerald. The Queen's visit to your office is cancelled. Period.
But it was just one of those days.
We cannot allow Her Majesty, not to mention the world press, to be exposed to the antics of a bunch of buffoons and bumpkins.
Unthinkable.
What about the R.B. Bennett Award for Administrative Excellence?
You'll get it in the mail. I'm afraid we really must be going.
My dear, I wish there was something I could do.
Thank you very much anyway, Mrs. Cambridge. We'll carry on.
He called us buffoons?
And bumpkins.
I kind of resent that.
Well, let's face it. We weren't exactly the corps de ballet.
Programmatically speaking, I think the major glitch was the arrival of that dog.
Well, I want rehearsals to continue. Remember, the show must go on.
But Alsop and that stuffed shirt from the palace canceled the visit.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to uncancel it. I'm gonna pull every string I know.
Maybe Mr. Wiley's plan will work.
Mr. Wiley's plan?
He went tearing out of here like a hurricane. Said he knew exactly what to do.
Now, you promised to be brief, Mr. Wiley. This is a busy day for me.
Won't take long. Subject, Eskimo sculptures, gifts to royalty. Mr. Soapstone.
Mr. Who?
Import, export, Eskimo carvings, you on board of directors, conflict of interest, big rake-off.
What are you babbling about?
Your company importing from Korea, Eskimo carvings, selling at franchise Mr. Soapstone outlets, making you a rich man.
Now, see here.
Grit gets royal tour back or whistle blown on Mr. Soapstone royal gift scam and whole crooked business.
Mr. Wiley, get the hell out of this office immediately.
You mean you're not Mr. Soapstone?
Mr. Soapstone. Do you believe it? His research was wildly inaccurate, as usual.
Anyway, blackmail didn't work.
No.
And you pulled all the strings you could.
I felt like I was playing a harp for a while. My friend isn't at the Prime Minister's office anymore.
My friend in PMO isn't there either.
I don't think anybody's friend's there anymore. My friend, Secretary of State, is too afraid of Allsop to do anything about it. External doesn't want to talk about it. The Privy Council office was vague. Government House says it's not their department, and the British High Commission doesn't want to interfere.
And I presume you spoke to the minister.
Mr. Wiley says, Minister, most disappointed in me.
Why do I get the feeling that you didn't really want this in the first place?
Well, I want things more when people try and take them away from me.
You mean Allsop?
Exactly. I mean, there he is, all smug, having his dinner jacket pressed, and all we've got is a cardboard cutout.
I know.
Not a bad cardboard cutout, mind you.
I don't think Lord Mumph liked it much.
Wyatt. Jeremy Lord Wyatt. Hell of a guy.
I liked Mrs. Cambridge, though.
Do you think she'd respond to some good old-fashioned Canadian pleading?
She doesn't seem the type.
Well, you could try. She'd listen to you.
I don't think so. Just because I went to school with the second cousin of the Duchess of Kent does not mean...
A very exclusive school.
That may be.
Look, you know how to talk to these people, that's all. You're our last hope.
This isn't fair.
Well, what have you got to lose?
What have I got to say is more like it.
You'll think of something. Remember, you're doing this for Drit.
Drit?
Somewhere in this city, that blonde was working on the English dame. Well, maybe she wasn't a dame. Maybe she was a duchess. Who could tell with dames? I only knew it had to work or it was curtains for a lot of us commoners.
I understand perfectly how you're feeling.
I mean, everyone in the department was so excited, so proud. Winning the coveted Benny Award meant so much to them. And the visit, and now it's all been taken away.
I'm awfully sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Everything went wrong. The staff was a little nervous, and the bagpipes didn't help, and then the dog.
The dog. That's what did it.
Stupid dog.
Silly dog. You know, dogs might just be the answer.
No more dogs.
Her Majesty loves dogs. Corgis, especially.
We don't have any corgis in the Department of Regional Incentive Targets. Not that I know of.
That's too bad.
What difference would it make anyway? I mean, Her Majesty is not about to rush in just to see a dog in a government department.
No, but Lord Wyatt might.
Lord Wyatt loves corgis?
No. Lord Wyatt loves to please, and he knows Her Majesty loves corgis, and he loves to anticipate every wish of Buckingham Palace, even though Buckingham Palace isn't having any.
So
when he finds out that you have a corgi breeder in your department, he'll move heaven and earth to bring Her Majesty there.
We don't have a corgi breeder in our department.
Of course you do.
Now remember, the royal corgis are named Smoky, Shadow, Spark, Myth, Fable, and Diamond.
Smoky, Shadow, Sparky, Donner, and Blitzen.
Again.
Smoky, Sparky, Cagney, and Lacey.
Weight of a full-grown corgi.
20 to 24 meters.
You've got to take this seriously.
Smokey and the Bandit, Comet, Cupid, Gable, and Lombard.
Gerald, remember, you're doing this for Drit, for all the wonderful people who work for you who desperately want their queen.
Yeah, well, it's dishonest. Dogs hate me.
This is your top dog. He's called Cardiff
golden dragon.
And you love Cardiff very much.
I want to call him Spot.
These are the ribbons that Cardiff has won in very big dog shows.
Nice going, Spot.
Oh, it's worth it, sir. The morale in the office is terrific.
Message from Minister.
On paper?
What happened to the vidman?
Technical malfunction. Gerald, I think we all owe a great debt to Mr. Wiley for overcoming the obstacles that stood in the way of this most historic royal visit to Drit. I thank you also for any contributions you and your staff may have made. I know I can count on you to assist Mr. Wiley in any way possible with any photo opportunities or other media-related, public relations-related events he may identify. Thanks. Well, I have to run. Replacement salami arrival imminent.
I forgot about the salami.
Is that the same guy?
Yes.
Sounds better without the dog. I can't hear the drummer.
They split up.
Oh.
She's marching to a different piper.
Sorry, Queen's plane delayed, tour running late, have to skip Drit. Here, gotta run, congratulations, bye.
Well, welcome to Drit, Benny. I'd like you to meet the Assistant Deputy Minister, Ms. Simmons, our political chief salami, Mr. Wiley, Mr. Watt, Mrs. Valentine, Monsieur Tremblay, Monsieur Casey.
Lily Sutton would do anything to keep her family together, anything to keep her husband's terrible secret. Susan Woolridge, Kenneth Welsh, and Tentu Cardinal star in Loyalties, Best on the Box, Sunday. An old friend seeks Leon's help to prevent her research from being sold to a company connected with the Star Wars program. Eric Peterson, Sonia Smits, and C. David Johnson star in Street Legal, Best on the Box, Wednesday.